Hello, I am Marisha and welcome to my creative diary. I hope you're having a great day. Today I'm sharing with you products from Spellbinders' latest release called Winter Tales Collection by Zoka Marco. So let's get started. To begin, I'm going to bring in Spellbinders Holiday Sentiments foil plates, and I'm going to foil my sentiments. Now, I am new to foiling, and I can say I am addicted. I just love foiling. I really do. Let me get back to my sentiment real quick. So I created a hinge to prevent everything from moving around when I remove the platform from the docking station. Now, as far as my sandwich, it is cardstock, then the foil, which is shiny side up, the plates, and then from there I used tape to hold them together. So as you see right here, with me removing the platform, by me creating that hinge, it keeps everything together. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. I cannot wait to create more projects using the hot foil system. I love it. For the first card, I brought in Spellbinders Magical Deer Etched Die Set from the Winter Tales collection. I did die cut and assemble the deer off camera. Next, I'm going to bring in my card base, which is a top folding A2 standard size card. I am going to also bring in a gold mat and the panel, along with the deer and the sentiment. Using adhesive tape, I'm going to adhere the gold mat to the card base. For the panel, I used Spellbinders' detailed embossing folder called Plaid Company. I am now going to adhere the panel to the card base. I love Spellbinders embossing folders. They have a great price point. And lately, I find myself using a lot of embossing folders to create my cards. So feel free to check them out if you haven't already. Next, I'm going to adhere the deer and the sentiment to my card front. And using scraps of cardstock, I am going to adhere 3 strips of cardstock to the back of my sentiment, and then from there I'm going to adhere it to the card front. I'm now going to bring in some gold baubles, and using my adhesive glue and my wax pen, I'm going to adhere them to the card front. I decided to bring in Spellbinders Christmas Blooms die set, and I die cut some poinsettias and some different elements off camera. I'm then going to position them on the card front. And after I did that, I began to look at the card and I was thinking, I don't know, I think I need to switch out the flowers, because to me, they looked as if they were blending in with the red cardstock. So I decided to cut them out of metallic red cardstock, and I'm glad I did. To me, it just looked so much better. So I replaced the flowers and I adhered them to the card. Next, I'm going to add some gold baubles to the center of the flowers, and also to the flowers on the deer's antlers. And there you have it. The first card is complete. A very simple, easy card to create for the holidays. Speaking of the holidays, I cannot believe we are already halfway done with September and Christmas is literally around the corner. For the next card, I'm going to use an inlay technique. So let's get started. I'm going to use the Nordic Ornaments Etched Die Set. This set includes the solid ornament, an inlay, the topper, some tulips, flower petals, a heart. There are so many accent pieces to decorate these ornaments. I went ahead and began assembling the ornaments off camera. I used a gold metallic cardstock for the base. And for the inlay layer, I used green, pink, and metallic red cardstock. For the pink layer, I decided to remove the heart border, and the flowers. And as you see right here, I'm going to bring in the next layer, and using my pokey tool, I'm going to use that to help me press the flowers in the pink layer. I also want to encourage you to experiment with your color combos for the holiday season. You don't have to use the traditional red and green colors to create your cards. I encourage you to either go to Pinterest or Google search color combos and play around with them. You know what my motto is: before you commit, experiment. Okay, just have fun with it. Experiment with different colors for the upcoming holiday season. I repeated the same steps with the smaller ornament, and I'm not going to discard the cutouts. I'm going to save them to create another card so you can mix and match your die cutouts. Now it's time to assemble the card, and I want to share this with you. For the sentiment, I decided to hot foil on metallic cardstock, and I love it. Look at that. Oh, I love hot foiling. I'm addicted now. Okay, back to the card. Let me focus. For the panel, I decided to use the deboss side for the card front, and I use Spellbinders Loops Embossing Folder to emboss the panel. I love their embossing folders, love them. First, I'm going to adhere the panel to the gold mat, and if you notice, both of these cards are very similar. There is no coloring involved, no ink blending, none of that. Very, very, very simple cards. All I'm doing is assembling the elements, which are the deer and the ornaments. I'm creating my panel from an embossing folder, attaching it to a mat, and then from there, adhering it to a card base. Just that simple. So if you are looking to create very easy cards for the holiday season, you might want to consider going this route. Once I figured out the placement of the ornaments, I'm going to use adhesive glue to adhere them to the card, well, the main ornament. For the second ornament, I'm going to add dimension, so I'm going to use my strips of cardstock to adhere them to the back, which I love using cardstock to add dimension to elements on my card. To me, it saves me a lot of money when it comes to buying foam tape. So, and plus I'm using up my scraps in my stash. So it's a win-win. Once I adhere the sentiment to the card panel, I'm then going to adhere the panel to the card base. Finally, I'm going to bring in some gold baubles, and I'm going to adhere them to the card, so the stamen and the flowers. And after that, this card is complete. Let's take one more look at the cards that were created in today's tutorial. Thank you so much for joining me on today. I hope this tutorial has inspired you to create. For more information regarding the products that are featured in today's video, check out the links below, or you can visit my blog at thediaryofbellerose.com. Don't forget to subscribe, click the thumbs up button and the notification bell. I'm sending you love and a whole lot of hugs. Until next time, please take care.